Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing a Pokemon Heart Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke run through. And I'm back. And so, here, not much happens. I get an intro into the game. Looks like the sun is descending. So this is what would be called Twilight. Isn't that kind of obvious? I mean, anyone else think he's just being a little redundant? Yeah, okay. Here, he's telling me that the world is inhabited by Pokemon. Again, redundant. Although I suppose it could be helpful to a guy who's never played before, but it bothers me because I've played a lot. So, now he's trying to tell him, now he wants to learn about me. So he wants to know my gender, and as you can see, I'm a boy. In the game. Maybe I'm a boy in real life, you don't know. Now, here, my name. Well, I'm gonna be Ash, because aren't all Pokemon trainers Ash? I mean, come on, it's a classic name. Because you gotta catch them all, and Ash was the first person who ever tried, so... Me. So, now it's my very own tale of grand adventure. Dreams, adventure. I'll see you later. Oh no, I'm shrinking. Yeah, I know, it's funny. So, this is my room. Yeah. Now I'm walking downstairs. And my mom comes and wants to talk to me. Hi, Ash. You're finally awake. What, do I sleep in a lot? Yeah. Why does she take so long to say that? And so my friend came for me. And then Professor Elm asks a favor for me. Now she's giving me all my fun stuff. I can save, I have my bag. You know, all the cool stuff. Now she leaves me alone and I can finally start on my adventure. I know, how fun. So here, oh look, the Pokemon just came running at me. Very strange, it's trying to run through me. And there's someone that would probably be my friend. And that's her Pokemon. Apparently they were playing hide and seek with each other. How nice. Well, now I'm gonna go into the Pokemon Professor's lab. Except for there's someone on the outside. Looks a little suspicious. I mean, what is in... So this is the famous Elm Professor lab. What are you staring at? Seems suspicious, and then he runs and pushes me away. Anyway, well, I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna go and talk to Professor Elm. So, he is the classic professor at the beginning of the game, who always gives you your first Pokemon, and kinda gives you a quick intro and stuff. Starts you on your adventure. So here, he wants me to walk beside a Pokemon. So... we're gonna go over here. Oh. We got an email. Why are they using email? I mean, they use email and this singular phone thing, and then at the same time, they fight other people using monsters. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here, because this is just cool. Touch a Pokeball to pick your Pokemon. I choose Totodile because crocodiles are just awesome. Feraligatr is a beast. It's cooler than Typhlosion, which comes from Cyndaquil. I usually choose the fire type. Totodile is the one exception to the fire type is the best rule. Now I'm gonna nickname my Pokemon because I have to, and because it's cool. I'm gonna nickname this thing Monster Croc because it's a monster and it's a crocodile, so it's a Monster Croc. I know, so awesome, and so original. Me. Anyway, having now nicknamed my thing Monster Croc, I now get to go out and start on my adventure, after spending another 5 minutes talking to Professor Elm. This is bothering me. He goes on and on and on. And on, and on, and on. Great, now I can move. And And I go over and test out the healing machine. Very cool. Which leads me to a question. I've never played Heart Gold or Soul Silver before. So do you heal yourself, or is there a Nurse Joy? I've always wondered that. Well, I guess we'll find out soon. Monster Croc is sniffing ash. Which leads me to a very interesting question. Oh, and this guy's gonna give me some potions. Well, if dogs meet each other by sniffing each other, so are Pokemon kind of like dogs, except for cooler, because they can use all sorts of special powers? Interesting. That's an interesting thought, that Pokemon replace the pets of the world. I mean, there are enough of them that they could be every type of animal. There's my friend with her Ezreal, and it's running around her. Apparently they are really good friends with each other. And then that red-haired guy staring through the window is still up there. He's bothering me. There's something about him that bothers me. Well, I'm going into my mom's house, because it's just cool like that. And so, she tells me that, well, that sounds difficult, but when someone makes that kind of request, you can't say no. And I have just got my Pokegear. Finally. I know. It's like my cell phone and my Poketch from Diamond and Pearl, and all rolled into one. I know, it's really cool. And it has all these cards. It has my town map. That's no longer a key item. So anyway, I now leave, and I'm gonna go walk towards Cherry Grove Town or whatever. And because I'm doing... Oh! Professor Elm came out. Why would he do that? He almost forgot. What did he forget? Oh! Of course. Yes, he wants my Seeger number so he can call me. So, here, I'm gonna just kind of walk out. So, now I start on my adventure. Let's see if this works. Please say this works. Please say the randomizer code works, please. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, sweet, a Sableye! Randomizer codes works! Yeah, I don't have any Pokeballs, and I can't get any for a while, so... Not a while, just a little while. So I have to run from everything. So that's a Sableye down the drain. Good, nothing there. I would kill if I caught something good there. I have a friend who was doing this, caught a Shellos on a route, then, later, fought a Lugia. It was like, yeah, I know, that was depressing for him, but hilarious for everyone else. Here, I'm running along, and I fight a Sandslash. A Sandslash, come on. Why can't I get the Sandslash here? Sandslash. A freaking Sandslash. That's a ground type. That's a very good Pokemon to have. Well, moving on. Oh, now it's sunset. Last time I went up there, I glitched out, so I made sure not to do that this time. Alright, let's go in here. Ooh, what am I fighting? Please say it's not something good. It's a Metapod. Metapod. Completely worthless. I'm very glad that I didn't have any Pokeballs and this was the first Pokemon I fought, because if it was, that would just be like Troll Face, not even worth fighting. That would be a Pokemon that it wouldn't be worth to catch even if it was your first one. A Lantern. A Lantern. Come on. Why? A Sableye. A Sandslash. And then a Lantern. With a Metapod thrown in there just to annoy me. A Lantern. It's a Lantern. It's like a water electric type. Has almost no weaknesses. I know it has one because only Spirit Tomb has no weaknesses, but I can't remember what it is. Oh well, I'll come back to that. Oh, it's grass. Okay. Now here's some guy who... He's an old guy. he can move fast for an old guy. I mean, is this guy some sort of guy who can run really fast or something? I mean, I know he has running shoes, but for an old guy, that's really fast. So now he's showing me through the world. He's showing me the Pokemon Center, which is really important for a Nuzlocke because one death, one knockout, and you're dead. This is a Pokemart. I can buy my pokeballs to catch my new Pokemon here. Up here is Route 30. Trainers will be battling stuff. If I go farther, I'll go where I need to go. Over here, this looks like the ocean. And this is the ocean. And it says some Pokemon are only found in water, but not for me. Because I'm doing randomizer, and as you can tell, I've already fought a lantern. So here, for your efforts, you'll get my running shoes. Why are you giving me your running shoes? You just said they're brand new. Why would you be giving this random kid who you don't even know a pair of brand new running shoes? It makes no sense at all. That's just my opinion, but it makes no sense. None. Zero. None at all. So now, I go running out, and he stops me. What does he still want? And how can he still run so fast? He gave me his running shoes. Does he have like 3,000 pairs, which is why he can just hand them out? I mean, well, at least he gave me the town map out of it, but still, how can you run so fast? This bothers me. Why can't I run so fast at the beginning of the game? That's not fair. That's not fair to me. And now I'm running, and I encounter a muck. A muck. I mean, come on. A muck would have been brilliant to have. A poison type, can easily poison enemies, very powerful at high levels. This thing would be a great addition to my team, but I don't have any pokeballs, so I can't catch it. This bothers me. This bothers me entirely. Very annoying. Well, we'll go get the item, because items are cool. And it's a potion! Yeah, that could be helpful eventually. I mean, at the beginning of the game, the potion can be useful, especially in a Nuzlocke when I need to heal on my way back home. On a Nuzlocke run, getting poison damage and dying from it would just be the biggest troll. Dying in front of the counter. I've had that happen to me. I've died in front of the counter. It'd just be the biggest troll. So this guy is just looking here, and he is apparently an apricorn man. So he's gonna hand me this apricorn pouch thing. The apricorn box. So what he's doing is he's just giving me an apricorn box. And here, I forgot. Here, another Pokemon. It's a Feraligatr. So technically, if this was the first Pokemon I meant, I'll use this as a chance to explain. I wouldn't have to catch this because of the Doubles Clause, because I picked Toadeye. The Doubles Clause says that I don't have to catch anything that I will get from evolution. So technically, I wouldn't have to catch that and would get to pick a whole new Pokemon. Oh, and here's the proof. I don't have any Pokeballs. That's just proof. Here I forgot which button to press. Emulator's a bit wacky. And a Bugdew. This thing would be completely worthless to have on my team until it evolves. Because Roselia, it's a pretty good one. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. But Roserade is what it's about. I mean, it's on the champions team in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I mean, that is something that you just don't know. An X-Atu. X-Atu. I've always wanted one of these because in Fire Red Leaf Green, which is what I played when I was really young, you could only catch it on like the 7th island of that island quest, which I always liked because I've heard that you could catch Deoxys at the end. I was lied to. Stupid little internet. Meh. But I always did that. It was fun. You got to finish Team Rocket off for good. And then I never did catch an Exatu, which is why it's always interested me. I've always wanted one. Here's a Squirtle. See, this is the kind of thing that I would like to have, but just can't. I would love to catch this. This would be so good for me to be able to catch. But I can't because I don't have any pokeballs. I've encountered so many good Pokemon on this run, it's not even funny. Like Sableye, Sandslash, Feraligatr, Exatu, Butterfree. Trash. It's not even worth going through. It's like worse than a Trubbish from Black and White. Which is funny because it's trash in reality and literally with its stats. I mean, it's trolling. They are trolling me. They're giving me the good Pokemon and then I'm gonna catch bad things like Spinda later. Well, at least I got an Apricorn. A pink Apricorn. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can use the pink Apricorns to make pokeballs, but you need more of them than one. So, yeah. So here's the Mr. Pokemon guy who sent Professor Elm an email about some sort of egg thing. And so here, I'm obtaining the mystery egg, which I'm supposed to go give back to Professor Elm. So I can't find this in Johto, which means it's rare. I'm not sure. He just healed up my Pokemon, assuming that I took damage, but it's funny because I ran from everything because I can't catch them and I'm not going to fight them. So here's Professor Oak. He is the classic Pokemon professor. Classic. The first games had him, he's just the best. By far the best. Professor Elm and Professor Rowan, they're pretty good, but Oak is the best. Professor Juniper, Black and White, just no. Not even cool. She carries a level 7, which is why yeah. That says it all, level 7. Well, now Professor Oak has to go do this radio talk show. I mean, he's the most famous. He does radio talk shows. But I just gave him my phone number, which, I mean, that must be pretty cool. I mean, he's the coolest Pokemon professor in the world. And he just gave me his Pokegear number. That's awesome. Well, that's it for today. I mean, I gotta go. So I'm gonna save. And this was part 1 of what's gonna be one of a very, very long Randomizer Nuzlocke run. Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver are very, very long games. See ya!